So I'm spending today going through some questions that I've gotten, and I want to answer all of them. How do you know when you've reached the end of a timeline? So a timeline will end before your circumstances change. It ends energetically first and then physically second. Most people think endings happen when the job ends, when the relationship ends, when the lease ends, when the chapter ends, right? But energetically, timelines end long before we realize it here in the 3D and long before we actually let go. So here are the clearest signs. Number 1, expansion stops. Nothing grows, nothing excites you, nothing feels inspired, and maybe you're busy, but there's no evolution. Most of us confuse that for being stuck, but it's actually because it's complete. Number 2, you feel restless for no reason. That's your soul saying, we've learned everything we came here to learn. So restlessness is really just a spiritual notification. Number 3, old strategies stop working. What used to flow feels forced. What used to attract now repels. What used to motivate you is now draining you. Your energy no longer matches the environment. Number 4, you start grieving before anything ends. Have you ever felt sadness or distance or emotional detachment long before the breakup? The shift or the move or the transition hasn't even happened and you're like mourning the loss of it. That's really your intuition preparing you. Endings rarely start with events. It usually starts intuitively. Number 5, people just disappear. They fall away without conflict. No blow up, no betrayal, no drama, just misalignment. And you stop relating because your identities no longer intersect. Your desires change. What number are we on? Number 6. Your desires change. You just don't want what you used to want. And it's not because you're confused, because it is confusing, but you're just evolved. You're evolving. The timeline ends when the dream that you have no longer fits the version of you that dreamt it. Number 7. There's nothing left to fight for. No resistance, no trying, no forcing. Just numb neutrality. When you're truly done, you don't argue, you just accept. Number 8, synchronicities shift. The old signs are going to disappear and new signs are going to appear. And you start getting pulled into new directions through new people, new opportunity, new inspiration, and new internal urges. Not the nasty ones. Life will start redirecting you subtly. Number 9, your body rebels. Exhaustion, boredom, anxiety, disinterest. Again, like when your timeline is about to end or is shifting, it just feels all oogly boogly. Your nervous system is just saying we're not meant to stay here. And number 10 feels like the most obvious, the lessons learned. That's why the timeline ends. Every timeline has a curriculum. Once the spiritual assignment is complete, the timeline will dissolve. The mistake we make is trying to stay in a classroom after the course credits have already been earned. So what's the key? A timeline doesn't end when something breaks. It ends when you stop being the version that needed it. Endings happen because your soul upgrades and your reality has to catch up. So that's how you know. All right? Now go!